my name is Alexa. I moved here from New York. I'm from the United States. And you can find me in the jungle at the Orchid in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I run an anti-trafficking organization in Chiang Mai, Thailand. We work with women who are from the refugee camps in fleeing conflict in Myanmar, and also Hill Tribe women in Thailand.
Interesting question, but I asked everyone, how did we meet?
We met when you were checking into our social business. So we have a social business, an eco lodge in the mountains in Thailand. And it's also a training program for women to get hospitality job skills and learn English. So basically we're practicing on you. Yeah. So thank you.
And we literally met 24 hours ago. We met last night when I was checking in. So thank you. So I believe that love looks like something tangible. So what is the most powerful act of love that you've ever witnessed, and how did it inspire you to love more deeply or differently?
I guess my grandparents, because they were married for, okay, first of all, my dog. But other than my dog, my grandparents were married for more than 50 years, and they helped to raise me.
And what did that look like tangibly? Like, what did their love look like that was so powerful, and how did it kind of inspire you?
There were no doubts.
What do you mean by that?
Like, even before they got married, they took a vow to each other. And they went on this like really wild journey of going through extreme poverty, raising 4 kids, losing 1 kid, all these ups and downs together. Yeah, but it never, like their commitment to their love never wavered at all. And their love to me was amazing. My mother was not married to my father in a time in the early 80s when it was still like frowned upon for people from their generation. And they didn't worry at all about what their friends would think about her having this baby. And then they helped raise me. So they came through for me.
What was your biggest fail or learning experience from love? And what do you think that others can learn from that?
Definitely loving myself. Is that what most people answer? Because I feel like that's the hardest.
But it's true. It's very true. A lot of people do say that.
Yeah.
But yes. So when you say that, what does that mean to you?
Yeah. So I think I blamed myself and held a lot of things against myself for a good part of my life. So I missed out. And I try to write that by sharing my story with the girls that we can help. So it sucks to be vulnerable or to talk about things that are difficult, but it's also important to show like, yeah, if it worked for me, if I could move past this, you can too.
I'm so sorry that you went through that.
It's okay. Since I had my son, I think I wouldn't change a thing in my life because everything that happens brings us to the moment that we're at.
Yeah.
So if anything had been different, it wouldn't have brought me to the point that I'm at now. Yeah. So I'm not mad about anything, but I don't want it to happen to another girl. So when we started Daughters Rising, we were like, we're starting with this village, and it's going to be like not one more girl. We're not losing one little sister from this village. And we'll try to grow it from there.
I'm grateful that you have that perspective that you do, and that you've been able to turn that just the awful things that you went through into something that can help others avoid going through that as well. So thank you for giving your life.
No, I think I'm lucky.
That. Seriously though, thank you. And I'm very sorry. But I really am glad that you are able to turn that into something that's pulling other women out of that and helping them through it, and preventing, which is like the most important thing, right? So
no matter how much money and resources you have, after someone's been through that kind of abuse, you can't undo it. So I think it's really important to focus on prevention.
What is the most meaningful way that you've shown love, and what do you hope others can learn from your experience?
You might have to help me with this question. I'm really bad at showing love. I'm really bad at providing words of affirmation to those I love, but I'm open about that. My husband I wrote a manual about how to be with me. So I was like, I'm not trying to make this complicated.
Oh my gosh.
And this is, this is what you can expect. And if I'm not doing this, then you have to tell me that you need this. I don't know. I think I suck at showing love. Really.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. So it's interesting that you say, I might have to help you with that. Not that I was expecting to.
I check in with my son. I'm like, do you know I love you? And he says, yes. But I have to check.
So what's funny is it's funny that you say that, because that question is actually the reason I wanted to interview you. Just because based on what you shared last night when we met, and just you literally leaving your life behind to come here and start this and help other women without me, even knowing your background until now. That to me is what love looks like, right? I mean, when...
Maybe it's not a conscious decision.
What do you mean?
It didn't feel like I had to have a reason to do this. It just felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, I just make choices and decisions based on my intuition, not like what it should be.
But I still think that that's what love looks like. And I think that that's part of what love is. And one of the many ways that love shows up is when you do feel so compelled to, like I said, it's just doing the right thing, right? It's especially when it's something that you've been through and you know how bad it is. And when you've gone through it, like you want to help others come out on the other side. Okay.
That's really generous of you. I've always attributed that to like survivor's guilt and just wanting to escape that feeling.
Really?
And like credited that to why I came into this career path.
How do you see them as different?
Well, the place that I was trafficked to, I couldn't ever go back or show the police where it was or help other girls. And I don't know how many got out. So I never forgave myself for that. I mean, I was 17 and in another country, but I knew those girls and I wanted to help them and I couldn't. So I always felt like a lot of what I've done since then has been like reactionary to try to make myself feel better. I should probably be in therapy. But I'm not, and there isn't anyone out here, so.
I mean, I definitely think therapists could have to get through that. Any form of abuse, but I guess I obviously don't know you well enough to, at the end of the day, if you're saying it doesn't feel like love, it's so interesting, because I think to most everyone else on the outside looking in, like that's what it looks like, right? That's how it shows up, is like, to me, that's what love looks like, when someone's especially giving their life to helping others, when it's something that you've been through to either avoid, heal from, something along those lines. But I think even like...
Yeah, I love the girls, but I don't feel like it comes from this, I don't know, I don't know if it comes from necessarily a good place or from something darker.
You say darker because you associate it with survivor's guilt.
I mean, yes, I love them now, but I don't know what my like core motivation is. Love sounds so lofty.
Like, I don't know. I guess I understand last night when you were saying that, which is, I guess maybe this is what I'm trying to get at. Maybe that's it. Like when you say that it comes from a dark place, you're referencing the survivor's guilt. I think that when you're turning that like darkness, I guess I look at it as you're turning that darkness into light, right? Because you're helping others out of that.
Yeah.
And maybe it didn't start as this loving thing that you have initially,
No, it's been the worst thing that ever happened to me, but I wouldn't change anything now, because it's also brought me to this point.
Thanks for sharing all that, by the way.
Sure. I'm going to be 42. I was trafficked when I was 16, 17. It's so long ago. It's like a different lifetime.
Time for your favorite question.
Okay.
In what way can you commit to growing in your ability to love more?
I hate this question.
I know. We got your sneak peek a few minutes ago.
I think I have to commit to growing my love for myself, for my son, so I can be a better mom. I think that your kids can feel how happy you are, how self-confident you are, and they can just pick up everything. So it's easy for people to say like, oh, I would die for my kid, but can you live for them? Can you like love yourself how you want them to love themselves? So that's my biggest motivation and commitment.
One of the most important ones. And it's kind of like a 2-for-1 deal where learning to love yourself more will have a very direct impact on him.
Yeah.
And his ability to love himself too, because as a kid, you imitate what you see, so it'll be good for both of you.
Yeah, he's doing good so far. He has more confidence than I ever could imagine.
How old is he?
9.
Oh, yeah. That's a good age.
He's going to be a video game designer, ice cream inventor, fashion designer.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Yeah, I need him to thrive.
Got it figured it out. Yeah.
Yes. It's some great dreams. Awesome.
He also does choreography on the side.
For dancing?
Yeah, he has his 2 best friends and they choreograph dances in my house without air conditioning. Like at least 3 nights a week.
That's amazing. Well, he's not like a preteen yet, so maybe it's not too bad. When you say without air conditioning, I just imagine a lot of movement, a lot of sweating, but maybe they're not sweating as much at that age. So, oh my gosh. Awesome. Well, Alexa, I am starting a global love movement. Will you join me?
Yes, I will try my best.
That is all I ask for you to love yourself first and foremost, and others as much as you can. So, thank you.
Loving others is easy. Like that tap is on. I am in love with people all the time. But do a lot of people say that the hardest thing is themselves? I'm really curious.
I'm actually shocked at how many people do say that. Yeah.
They're being honest.
Well,
the others are lying.
A lot of people, I'm shocked at how many people talk about like how loving themselves has been the hardest journey. Which is funny because I feel like based on what I see, I feel like, and not that I think people love themselves well, I don't think people love others well. That being said, I think that's usually a direct reflection of the fact that if you don't love yourself well, you definitely don't know how to love others well. So, yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate you and your time, and I appreciate you trusting me. I'm sorry that you went through everything.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Can I hug you?
Yeah, sure. Yay. I look forward to seeing more stories that you share.
Thank you. Dude, side note, you said last night that the people that you invested with here were like scam artists and took all the money.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I was naive. Like, I didn't know these people. They were very charismatic. Yeah, we basically had to get a lawyer and like fight it out and get them removed from the company. We didn't get back the money they took. It was already gone and spent. And then I had to work to pay back the money to the people that we borrowed money from in the States. And it was predictable too. I like was in New York Googling opening a business in Thailand. And it was like, don't do it. You're going to get ripped off. And I was like, not me, not my Thai friend. I know the best people.
Oh, okay. So you came here, met people here.
Yeah.
Opened a business here, borrowed money from your friends in New York.
Yeah.
And they ran with it. How much money?
Like 60,000. Some of it was spent on actual things, like renting the property, but at least half of it was spent, like, one of the first nights that I was there, the electrician came to me and said that we would have to pay $1,000. And it was like for running a line from here to there. And I was like, that doesn't cost $1,000. Like,
It doesn't cost $1,000 in America.
Yeah, I volunteered at Habitat for Humanity. I run line. Like, that's not a big job.
Yeah.
And the electrician told my staff, like, no, it's not for the electric work. After the job was done, we played cards. And he had lost it gambling. Yeah, it was bad.
Shit. So, okay. I know you said yesterday that you had to then come here and run the place.
Yeah, because the money, well, I came to find out what was going on because, like, some things were red flags. Like, the cost of curtains was very expensive. Curtains, drapes.
Curtains, okay.
And silverware, cutlery. So I was like, well, I'll just buy them in New York and bring them to you because they were billing us thousands of dollars. So I went to IKEA in Brooklyn and bought lots of cutlery and curtains and brought suitcases full of cutlery and curtains to Thailand. And the prices when I went to the shops weren't at all like what they had said. So I was like, something strange is going on. But I had to like translate all of the invoices and get someone to help me. And and then we found out we were lied to about almost everything. So Hannah came to visit. My best friend from Germany, Susie, came to visit. And we started Googling how to do renovations, how to change locks, painting the buildings, just like doing everything ourselves.
So you came here, what, you were on vacation?
The first time when I met the girl who was being trafficked, I was on vacation on a tourist visa. I was just here for like a week.
So wait, you came here on vacation, you met a girl who was being trafficked, and then you decided you wanted to start, is it Daughters Rising?
Yeah.
Here because of that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
we were already helping organizations in Nepal and Cambodia.
Okay.
And on that trip after Thailand, we went to Cambodia and I visited safe houses that we'd been volunteering for. Like in New York, we'd volunteer to set up fundraisers for those girls.